Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the next World of Warcraft expansion of Dragonflight is full of new features, like exploring the new content with the dragon riding, an overhaul to the outdoor content that brings in even more gearing opportunities, even more endgame content like dungeons, raids, and solo PvP. But the biggest feature of this expansion has to be the revamps to our favorite classes, with every new alpha build introducing new gameplay opportunities and more talent tree improvements. And recently, I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys asking me which class so far looks the strongest, with many of you already trying to plan for your next main. But for now, this question is impossible to answer. In the early alpha, most classes are still a work in progress, with many likely seeing massive changes over the next few weeks and months. Also, none of the classes are tuned properly, which generally happens towards the end of development, so picking your next new main this early is generally not recommended. But I can highlight a few playstyles that are looking quite powerful, specifically those with real potential to excel above the rest when it comes to PvP content. But right before that, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as to the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get regular updates about the next World of Warcraft expansion of Dragonflight. And the first class I want to highlight on this list will be the Mage. Without leaning too heavily on the tuning numbers, all three specs of mages are looking to gain new burst opportunities. Arcane mages keep their Kyrian Covenant ability that empowers the next few spells to gain stacking damage bonuses, with the final spell of the combination gaining up to 40% more damage output. You also gain access to a variety of new talents that increase your overall damage output by a static amount. And the changes to the Arcane Surge ability allow the spell to not only eviscerate your target when consuming your mana, but also provide yet another stackable damage bonuses. Altogether, Arcane Mages have a ton of damage modifiers at their disposal, which means that Arcane Mage still has the highest potential burst damage, especially when it comes to one-shot combinations so far in Dragonflight. Besides Arcane, Fire Mages still retain Combustion, which allows them mostly uninterrupted instant cast burst windows, which are highly helpful when movement becomes an issue. And Frost Mages are still going through development, but are starting to show early signs of burst, especially from some of their newer and experimental talent combinations. But besides the potential damage, mages also gain new crowd control bonuses, able to lock down entire enemy teams. And this comes with new tools that let you use crowd control effects more aggressively. The knockback from Blast Wave also becomes much stronger, giving mages a bit more displacement opportunity, especially useful in rated battlegrounds. And the new spell of Reflection allows you to reposition back to your last blink location, which could be incredibly powerful in a variety of PvP situations. And the next class on this list will be the Warrior, with all three playstyles looking quite powerful. Arms Warriors gain a lot of crit damage bonuses, as well as various buffs and modifiers that allow for explosive output. But Fury Warriors will not be outdone, able to either maximize their sustained damage and become overpowering, or amplify various damage buffs to create strong burst combinations. And while the talent of Gladiator Stance is not returning for Protection Warriors in Dragonflight, they can still hold their own, while gaining new tools to enhance their defenses. Besides the Explosive Burst, which is subject to change, Warriors still retain some of their familiar utilities, and gain even more survivability options in the process, as well as party buffs to increase their allies' damage output. The next class on this list will be the brand new addition of Evoker. And for now, it's hard to gauge just how good this class is gonna be, though it's highly unlikely that Evokers will perform poorly in PvP. The 20-yard range on your abilities will be something to get used to. Evokers will have a natural affinity for critical strike damage, which will allow them to layer multiple abilities for explosive combinations. Their burst abilities also have very low downtime, which helps you stay aggressive when it comes to PvP. Together with an interesting array of abilities that help enhance your group in combat situations, Evokers are looking to bring new tools into rated arenas. But what makes them truly unique is the new array of PvP talents. For now, all Evoker PvP talents are a work in progress, but some of the highlights include the ability of Chrono Loop. This ability traps your enemy through time and space, forcing them to rewind to their original state, which can leave your foes in vulnerable position when used with precision. The ability of Nullifying Shroud prevents the next few spells from incapacitating you, giving evokers more freedom against certain classes, though this powerful buff is dispellable with Purge-style abilities. Finally, evokers can create walls to block off their targets with Divide and Conquer. This allows them to create new interesting line-of-sight obstacles, which can help trap an enemy away from their healer. The next class on this list will be the Death Knight, specifically the spec of Unholy, which is receiving new changes that gives them new improved playstyle options, like new ways to rot down your enemy targets with Plaguebringer that improves their damage over time capability and spread damage output. Command an army of empowered minions, where Dark Transformation causes all undeads under your command to go into a frenzy. They may be able to stop the Death Knight, but they can't stop the entire undead horde. They've already announced that this talent is planned to receive future nerfs going forward because it is proven to be quite potent. The ability of Death Coil becomes even more deadly in this build, which gives Death Knights even more range damage options instead of putting themselves in the harm's way. Outside of damage opportunities, for now the class of Death Knight is planned to retain the powerful tools like Grippy Hands from Shadowlands, displacing all enemies to a more threatening position, as well as talents that provide new defensive options to prolong your Death Knight's longevity when jumping into the fray in PvP. Finally, on this list, we have the class of Rogue, a playstyle that's historically known for its advantages in PvP combat. While both Subtlety and Outlaw are still a work in progress, Assassination Rogue is beginning to feel more fleshed out. A deadly mix of poisons and bleeds is enough to drain your targets dry, giving Assassination Rogues more opportunities when it comes to spreading group-wide damage. Your poisons can also be concocted into new twisted mixtures, providing enhanced burst at a moment's notice. Besides the damage profiles, all three specs of rogues gain access to Shadow Dance, a powerful combat state mimicking stealth, which comes with an enhanced version of crowd control abilities. On top of even more crowd control tools, no matter which playstyle you pick, as well as multiple abilities to guarantee burst on demand, able to assail your target with very little downtime. And for now, that's going to be the full list of classes that have the potential to craft some of the most powerful PvP builds so far in this early Dragonflight alpha. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of the class list featured in today's video? Do you agree with this list, or do you think that we maybe missed a playstyle that definitely should have been featured in this video update? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As per always, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and a live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video update or discuss these recent class changes with the rest of the channel community. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.